Hello friends, and welcome back to my crafty space. My name is Crystal, and in today's video, I am going to be working on my Project Life Week 9 for 2021. For this week's spread, I am using one of the older digital March Stories by the Month kits from Ali Edwards. I believe this was the March 2018 digital kit. I will make sure to link that down in the description box below just so that I can be extra sure that that is the right one that I'm using here. But I loved the way that the colors and the sentiments and all of that just really went with my pictures for this week. So that's what we're working with. Now, because this is digital, all of the cards were ones that I printed off here at home on my photo printer. I used some matte photo paper in order to print those off, which has the texture very similar to cardstock, but it has a really awesome bold print for the colors. So the colors are really close to what they would be if I had purchased the physical kit. In addition to the cards, I also printed off some of the chipboard pieces here that I thought where the sentiments would go with my spread as well. So I will likely cut these out and then add them onto some chipboard in order to make them into my own chipboard stickers. So we will see which ones I decide to go with there. And then I've also got some asterisks that I can use as well. So it'll just be a debate between what I end up liking better. So we'll see how that goes as well. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put you on fast forward while I get everything assembled. I'll talk you through my process and also about the photos and the stories that I chose to tell this week. And then once we have this done, I will slow back down and we will finish up the video for today. So let's go ahead and get started. So to get started on this week's spread, I am first going to pull over this patterned card right here, and I'm going to add my dates for the week. So this would have been March 1st through March 7th. I'm going to add both of those dates into this reddish portion on the card, but leave a pretty significant gap in between them because I actually want to take one of these little asterisk chipboard stickers to stick in the middle as a holding place for the 1st through the 7th. So that's what we're going to do there. I debated between this grayish color and then a silver color. I liked the way that the silver popped off of all of those colors. So that is what I'm going to go with. And then we will get into embellishing the rest of this spread. Now, when I had first planned how I wanted to put this spread together, I originally intended on taking these digital chipboard pieces, cutting them out, and then adding them to a piece of chipboard that I have here in my stash. I get a couple of 12 by 12 chipboard sheets off of scrapbook.com just to have for when I want to take these digital kits and create my own chipboard pieces. That way I know that the chipboard is acid free, it's not going to ruin my photos, and then it also helps to give me some of that dimension without having to have the physical product. So that's kind of nice. Instead though, I decided to just go ahead and cut them out and use them as die cuts instead. And then to pair those with the chipboard asterisks. That way I have a little bit of interest with the pops of color that you get from, the die cuts or what would have been the chipboard pieces. And then you also get some dimension and additional colors, so a little bit of contrast there between the what I'm going to call the die cuts and then, the chipboard asterisks. So I think that really creates a nice combination that helps to, embellish the photos a little bit, draw a little bit of extra attention to them, and in some cases help to direct the story there, but also it doesn't detract from the photo itself. It really lets you look at the photo and it doesn't immediately draw your attention to the embellishments, if that makes sense. So for the photos that I am documenting this week, this was a week of a lot of just regular old photos. At the beginning of the week, we found out that somebody at my husband's work, and actually somebody who is in his team, was diagnosed with a positive result for COVID. So we had to stay home all week. We were in quarantine, and luckily Aaron was able to go get tested, and he tested negative. So, we were totally fine, but it did make us have to stay home by ourselves for the whole week. So, I've got some pictures of school. I've got some pictures of Izzy doing art. I've got some pictures of us reading on the couch together for her book. And then on the weekend, we were finally able to get out. So I've got a couple of pictures from us going to the local bakery just to get some cookies and whatnot. And then I've also have a picture in the upper right-hand corner that is me with my microphone and my headset, because I have been doing some meet and greets with my Patreon group. So having small groups of anywhere from 2 to 6 people where we just, meet up on Zoom and chat and get to know each other, which has been so amazing. It's one of, I'm so happy to be meeting people in the community. So that is what that is. All right, friends, that finishes my spread for this week. I love the way that this one came together. I love how, in keeping the embellishments really more subtle, it helps the photos and the words to pop off of the spread more so than if I had covered up more with embellishments. Like, I'm glad that I only did the chipboard asterisks and I didn't add the printable portions to any additional chipboard. I think it just looks great the way that it is and lets those photos shine. I hope that you guys have enjoyed seeing this spread come together this week. If you have, I would love a thumbs up on this video down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already so you can catch all of my future crafty videos. And until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye, friends.